Oh my god! Hey guys! I'm wearing a hat because my hair is really messy. Hope that's not a big deal. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this book I've been reading. I actually bought it like a year ago or 2 years ago, and I read it, but I started reading it again the second time, and like, it's so much better. Like, here you go, the Kybalion. And it's weird because it might seem like a religion or religious or spiritual, but to me it feels like it's so simple and basic that like literally anyone can apply to their life. So it's almost like zooming out of everything that we think matters and then like really getting to the core of the way the universe works, and like removing your ego, and not it's never been about you, it's never been about me, it's not really about humans. We just happen to be here. And so like if you actually follow the rules, the laws as they put it, of how shit is happening, it almost happens like you like you become like one with the system. It sounds weird. And you don't have to worry so much anymore. And it's just like, oh my god. So, um, they like talk about alchemy and like mental transmutation and like the all, and it just, I don't know. It just seems like, oh my god, this is so mind-boggling. This is amazing. Like, why did I not know this? So I would really recommend it if you gotta read a book, The Kybalion. This is a cover I have, but I'm sure there's a bunch of other covers. But just make sure it's by the Three Initiates. Those are the anonymous authors that made it, and I really recommend it, especially if you feel like so fucking like you've read so many self-help books, and it kind of is like a self-help book, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I read a lot of self-help books, and there's some parts I like in some, and some parts I don't like in some, and so yeah, if you get a chance, read this one. I love it. And so the second time around, I'm reading it. Like the first time, I got it. Like I was like, okay, this makes sense. I could use this, and I could use this. But the second time, like right now, I'm reading it again, like 2 years later. It's like not only is it refreshing what I already knew, but it's like it's getting me somewhere else. So I'm just like, how did I not read? Like get like I thought I got it last time, and I did, but it's almost like the book evolved, or my mind evolved. It's like, so like I'm just like, ah. So right now the one that I'm really applying is the law like of mental transmutation, and it's almost, so this is the book that inspired the other book called The Secret. See, it even has that little red thing. But like this one came before The Secret, so like The Secret kind of like watered it down or made it easier for people to like digest. But that's the legit thing. And if I can read it, I'm really dumb. I'm sure you can read it. But like, yeah, I feel like it's changed my perspective, and the perspective keeps evolving. But basically, right now where I'm at is in my life. I mean, in my mental state. You have to manifest whatever it is that you want. Like, I know that sounds stupid, and everyone keeps saying manifest this, manifest that, but like, it's almost like it's already a done deal. Like, you don't have to know how to get done. That's gonna come to you, but you just have to know in like your soul, the core of who you are. Like, it's already a done deal. Like, it's already gonna happen. And then it just starts to roll out. Like eventually, you start to see what you have to do, and steps come to you. Like it's like it just, that's why you just get into sync with like who you are and what the universe wants. And yeah, I guess like you start to feel confident because you are that confidence, and the universe is in you, and you are the universe, and it just all starts to make sense, and you're just like, oh, now I get it. But you need to read the book just because, and it's not like it's super thin. It's not that much. It's like it just tells you, like, okay, this is this rule, and this is how it applies to all of us. And you're like, oh shit, it does apply to all of us. Like, there's no escaping it. For example, polarity. There talks about polarity, like so love and hate. It's basically the same feeling. Like if you really like, to the core, it's this feeling of like just intense emotion. So it could be positive or it could be negative, and like so it's like a line, and so one emotion and one emotion, and so what you have to do is realize that. And if you're in love, you have to realize that that could turn into hate because it's the same thing. It's just like on a different pole, right? So that's the same with everything. Like basically everything's on the same pole, and it just where you're gonna like drag the little thingamajig, the thingamajig, yeah. So love could turn into hate, and hate could turn into love, or they can meet somewhere in the middle, like so you just have to respect your soul and know that even if something is shitty, you can move it around. Like it's almost like your perspective is the thing that moves, like because it's still the same thing, but your perspective moves. And I recently went through like this really difficult, like I guess I want to say heartbreak, and I was just like really sad, but that love that I had turned into like hate because I was just like, why? Why did you do this to me? Kind of feeling. And so, I mean, it kind of did last for like 2 months, this whole like from love to hate kind of thing. And now it's just slowly coming back to like somewhere in the middle. Like, this is probably the best thing for the both of us. Like, you and I, if like you have to look back and be like, oh shit, like we weren't really that good for each other. Like we helped each other, but we were both stuck in this like really sad, depressing mode. And eventually you have to be like, that's not good for you or for me. Even though it made us feel good, it really wasn't. So, my perspective moved, and now I'm just like, I'm trying to be really happy for you. And I know it's still a work in progress, but it's like it's just that feeling inside where you're like, I thought I was gonna be the one that made you happy because you made me happy, but your perspective changes, and so you're here now. I'm not in love. I don't hate you. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try to be happy for you because you're an awesome person, and even if we're not gonna be together, I still care about you as a person, as a human on the planet Earth, because there's a reason you pick your partners, right? So, I mean, I don't hate him, but it hurts. But I'll be okay because I'm reading this book, and it basically tells you to manifest whatever you want. So, manifest abundance. Oh, that's my alarm. I better get going. Anyways, I hope you could get something out of this and like really read that book. I'll try to recommend more books later on. All right. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.